Good morning, students. Is it visible and audible?
Yes, sir.
Now, today we are discussing the second part of the first unit. Second part of the first unit. That is nothing but solutions of linear simultaneous equations. Solutions of linear simultaneous equations. What is meant by a linear equation? Anyone? Linear equation. Give an example to linear equation of one variable. Anyone? Linear equation of one variable. Please tell me anyone. If it is wrong, no problem. Please speak something. You have to give the answer. Whether it may be correct or wrong. Doesn't matter about that one. Say something. What is the linear equation in one variable?
Ax plus b equal to 0.
Ax plus b is equal to
0.
0. Very good. Ax plus b equal to 0. In two variables.
Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0.
A
X square plus
square and it is not linear. Its
Ax
degree is
plus
equal
by
to
equal to 0.
Ax plus
By
by plus
equal
c
to
is equal to 0. In three variables,
Ax
Ax
plus by plus cz plus d
dy
equal to
plus
0.
cz
yes, cz plus d is equal to 0.
0.
Now, what is the solution of the first equation? X plus b equal to 0. What is its solution? X is equal to
Minus b by a.
minus b by a. Now, what is the solution of the second equation? Is it has a solution? Is it the equation has a solution or not? Definitely it has a solution. But here we have to observe that the number of variables is 2 and the number of equations is equal to 1. That is why it may have infinite number of solutions. By giving different values to x and y, that values that could satisfy the equation, which are the solutions of that equation. Let us see the example of this one. X plus y is equal to 2. What is its solution? X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. Is it right? It is a solution. Suppose x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. Y is equal to 0. This is also another solution. Is it right? And again, x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 2. This is also another solution. How many solutions it has? It has infinite number of solutions. It has infinite number of solutions. By giving the values for x is equal to some value, y is equal to some value, that values could satisfy the equation, which are known as the solution of the given equation. Suppose we have another equation is there. Another equation is there. Then only the question arises. If the equations more than 2, then we call that one as system of equations. It is
Yes, sir.
equation kaakunda more than 1 aithe 2 equations, 3 equations ante, then we call that one as system of linear equations. Is it clear? system of linear equations. We can solve these two equations. We may get either unique solution or no solutions. Sometimes it may have infinite number of solutions also. We may have three types of solutions. One is no solution, another is unique solution, another is infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. Now, the traditional method is like for this one, we have to equating the coefficients of two values and we have to find out equal and cancelling that words, and we can find out the unknown value with the unknown value with the known variable values. We can find out the solution for that equation, and substituting the other equation, we may get the solution. Either it may be sometimes as exactly, or sometimes it may have unique number of solutions, infinite number of solutions, depending on the situation of the problem. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we need to find out the solutions of such type of linear equations, not in the traditional way of method. Sometimes the variables are increasing and number of equations are increasing. It is not so easy to find the solution in the direct phenomena. Is it clear? It is not so easy to find that value. In such a phenomena, in our lower sections, we have to use 2, 3 or methods are there to find the solution of the system of equations of the form like this. A11x plus A12y plus A13z is equal to, or other words, say D1 A21x plus A22y plus A23z is equal to D2, and A31x plus A32y plus A33z is equal to D. Let us consider the system of three unknowns with three equations. With three unknowns with three equations. In the lower sections, we have to find the solution of the system by reducing the system into the matrix notation, that is in the form of Ax is equal to B. Ax is equal to B. A is called the coefficients matrix, X is called the variables matrix, and B is called the constant matrix. And using the matrix inversion method and Cramer's rule, we can find the solution for this system that we have to already done in the intermediate, I think so. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So using it gives the exact solution by using the matrix method also sometimes. Right? These methods become very tedious for large systems. And is also very boring to find the solution for this one. There exist other methods known as numerical methods. There exist other methods known as numerical methods. In numerical methods, some methods are there in which one is direct methods and other is indirect methods. In numerical, direct and other is indirect. Indirect is nothing but iterative. Direct or indirect. Now, in direct methods, we have to use the matrix methods, that is known as the Gauss-Jordan method, Gauss elimination method, and factorization method, LU decomposition. Factorization method, LU. These three and so many methods are there. These methods use the exact solution of the given system of equations. Gauss, Jordan's, Gauss elimination, factorization. Factorization method or LU decomposition. These methods use the exact solution. These are use exact solution. These methods use exact solutions. Whereas another methods which may give a better approximate solution for the given system of equations. These methods are known as indirect methods. Indirect methods or iterative methods. These are direct methods. These three are direct methods. Right now we study in our syllabus now indirect methods which are known as iterative methods. Indirect or iterative methods. Indirect method or iterative method. These methods use better approximate solution, which use approximate solution. Better approximate solution of the given system of equations. In this, we study in our syllabus two methods are there. Actually, we have three methods in there. One is Jacobi's method. Jacobi's method, Jacobi's iterative method, and the second one is Gauss-Seidel iterative method. Gauss-Seidel iterative method. And the third one is relaxation method. It is not in our syllabus. This is not in our syllabus. Relaxation method. Right? Now we are going to know the Jacobi's method and Gauss-Seidel iterative method. Jacobi's iterative method and Gauss-Seidel iterative method. And any system, for any system, we have to use either Jacobi's method or Gauss-Seidel iterative method. If the system must satisfy the diagonally dominant condition. It must satisfy the diagonally. The system is diagonally dominant, then only we have to use any one of these methods. Otherwise, we should not use these iterative methods. If the system is diagonally dominant, then we have to use iterative methods. Now, what is the meaning of diagonally dominant? What is the meaning of diagonally dominant? What is the meaning of diagonally dominant? Now we have to observe the system. Observe the system of equations. What is the system of equations? These are the system of equations. Now, what are the elements in the diagonal? These are the elements in the diagonal. Now, when do you say this system is diagonally dominant? That is the important condition. That means first row first element, which is the element in the diagonal, modulus or absolute value of first row first element is greater than the remaining elements in the same row. Absolute values of the sum of the absolute values of the remaining. So that we have to write down the formulas like this here. Now let us see the system. A11x plus A12y plus A13z is equal to D1. A21x plus A22y plus A23z is equal to D2. Next, third equation, A31x plus A32y plus A32z is equal to D3. Now we have to observe the diagonally dominant condition is like this. These are the elements, right? That means modulus of A11, which is greater than modulus of the elements, sum of the modulus elements of the same row, that is A12, A13. When you have to compare this one diagonal element, which is some diagonal element, modulus of the diagonal element is greater than the sum of the elements in the same row, sum of the coefficients of the elements in the same row. And the second condition, second one, coming to second equation, modulus of A22 is greater than modulus of A21 plus modulus of A23. And coming to the third one, A33 is greater than mod of A31 plus mod of A32. This is A33Z. Okay? Idega cheppindi A33Z. This is the condition for diagonally dominant. If it is satisfies, then we say that the system is diagonally dominant. Diagonally dominant. Then the system is diagonally dominant. If the system is diagonally dominant, then we have to use the iterative methods. Now, let us see the first method, Jacobi's iterative method. Jacobi's iterative method. Jacobi's iterative method. Right? Now, consider the system of equations. Consider the system of equations. That is A11 x plus A12 y plus A13 z is equal to D1. Next. A21x plus A22y plus A23 is equal to D2 and A31x plus A32y plus A3233 Z is equal to D3. Right? Now, first of all, we have to check for diagonally dominant. That means these are the elements in the diagonal. Check for the diagonally dominant. Check for diagonally dominant. If it is diagonally dominant, then we have to proceed the next step. If it is diagonally dominant, if the system is diagonally dominant, then solve these equations for x, y, z. Then solve these equations for x, y, z. Then solve these equations for x, y, z. Okay. Now rewrite the given system. The system can be rewritten as next point. System can be written as X. Remember all of you. What is the highest value in the first row? First equation?
A11.
A1. That is the very, very important. Highest value undali. That means x1 is equal to x or x1 not x1, x is equal to x is equal to, then coefficient and the x coefficient to A11 kada. X coefficient ఎంత అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ రఫ్ గా రాసి చూపిస్తా, మళ్ళీ ఎరేజ్ చేస్తా. ఇదే కదా నాన్న, A11x ప్లస్ A12y ప్లస్ A13z ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు D1 కదా. ఈ వాల్యూస్ అన్ని ఆ పక్క తీసుకెళ్ళాము, ఏమవుతుంది? టేక్ దట్ వాల్యూస్ ఇన్ ద రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్. A11x ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు D1 మైనస్ ఆఫ్ A12y minus A13z. Is it true? Here A11 is a multiple. Take that one is also right hand side. That is equal to 1 by A11 of D1 minus A12y minus A13z. That is the first equation. This is x is equal to. From the first equation. Is it clear? Similarly, from the second equation, we can find the value of y in terms of x and z. Similarly, y is equal to 1 by A22 into D2 minus of A21x minus A23z. Is it true? From the second equation. Is it clear? Second equation nunchi y value rayali. And again, from the third equation, we can find out the value of z in terms of x and y. In terms of x and y. That we have right here as Z is equal to 1 by A33 of D3 minus A31X minus A32Y. This is the one set of equation 1. Very simple. This is the, we have to rewrite the equation like this. First equation nunchi x value kanukovali. Rendav equation nunchi y value kanukovali. Moodo equation nunchi z value kanukovali. Rewrite the equations in this form. This method is known as Jacobi's method. This method is known as Jacobi's method. Okay, after writing this equation into the form, we have to start with initial approximation as x naught, y naught, z naught, or x is equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0, are specifiedly given in the equation that we have to start with that equation. Otherwise, we have to start with x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and z is equal to 0. That is second step. Next step. Shall I move the slide? Now, start with initial approximation. Start with initial approximation. X equal to 0. This is known as x naught, y naught, z naught. X equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0. Substitute in equation 1. Substitute in 1. Shall I move the slide? So, 1 lo substitute chesamanko. First equation lo emautundi? Y equal to 0. Y equal to 0 అయిపోతుంది. Z is equal to 0 అయిపోతుంది. కదా ఏమొస్తుంది మనకు? d1 by, please respond, x is equal to d1 by
A1.
d1 by
A11.
A11. From the second equation, y is equal to, this value is equal to 0 and this value is equal to 0. Then d2 by this value. From third equation, this value equal to 0 and this value equal to 0. d3 by A33. Now, substitute in 1. We get x is equal to d1 by A11, y is equal to d2 by A22, z is equal to d3 by A. This is the first iteration. This is the first iteration. Now, for second approximation, again substitute these values in the 1. Is the first iteration. Next, substitute x, y, z. This is obtained x, y, z above obtained values. In 1, we get the second iteration. Second approximation or second iteration. That is, this we call this one as first iteration, x1, y1, z1. x1, y1, z1. Now we get x2 is equal to 1 by A11 into d1 minus A12 into x1 y1 value d2 by A22 minus A13 of d3 by A33. So these are the values, constant values 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. You can simply find out the values. And again y2 is equal to 1 by A22 of d2 minus of A21 into x1 value d1 by A11 minus A23 into z value d3 by A33, and z2 is equal to 1 by A33 d3 minus A31 d1 by A11 minus A32 into d2 by A22. This process is repeated till the difference between two consecutive values is approximation is negligible. This is the way that we have to find out the solution like this. This process is repeated till the difference between two consecutive approximations is, two iterations is negligible. This is the simple method that we have to use to find the best approximate solution by using the iteration process, which is known as the Jacobi's iterative method. Jacobi's iterative method. Okay. Shall we move on to one problem? Very simple problem that we have to see. Shall I move this slide?
Yes, sir.
Solve the system of equations by Jacobi's iterative method. Solve the system of equations by Jacobi's method. Jacobi's iterative method. Right? Now write down the equations. 20x plus y minus 2z is equal to 17. 3x plus 20y minus z is equal to minus 18. 2x minus 3y plus 20z is equal to 25. Okay. Now we have to observe that first step is to check the diagonally dominant. First step is to check the diagonally dominant. Okay, check for diagonally dominant. Mod 20, which is greater than mod 1 plus modulus of minus 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. 20 is greater than 3. Is it true? Is it true? Coming to the second equation, mod 20, which is greater than mod 3 plus modulus of minus 1. This is equal to 4. 20 is greater than 4. It is also true. And third equation, mod 20 is greater than mod 2 plus modulus of minus 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 20 is greater than 5. It is also 3. Hence, the given system is diagonally dominant. Hence, the given system is diagonally dominant. This is equal to 20 is greater than 3. This is equal to 20 is greater than 4. This is equal to 20 is greater than 5. That is the way. So, satisfied. Now, rewrite the given equations. By the first step. Coming to the second step, rewrite the given system as. So from this system, from the first equation, we can find out the x value. From the second equation, we can write the y value. From the third equation, we can write the z value. Sometimes it make a better confusion. Third equation, first equation ganu, second equation, third equation ganu, first equation, rendo equation ganu istadu. Remember all of you, equations first ఇది వచ్చేసి మూడో దాంట్లో గాను, మూడోది వచ్చేసి రెండో దాని గాను, ఈ రెండు వచ్చేసి ఒకటి గాను ఇట్లా ఇచ్చింటాడు. అర్థమవుతుందా? మనం ఏం చేయాలి? ఈ ఆర్డర్లో రాసి పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఎక్స్ వాల్యూ హైయెస్ట్ ఉన్నది ఫస్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్గా రాసుకోవాలి. వై వాల్యూ హైయెస్ట్గా ఉన్నది రెండో ఈక్వేషన్గా రాసుకోవాలి. జెడ్ వాల్యూ హైయెస్ట్గా ఉన్నది మూడో ఈక్వేషన్గా రాసుకోవాలి. గుర్తుంటుందా? సే yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first equation నుంచి x వాల్యూ రాద్దాం. X is equal to 1/20 of constant 17 minus y minus minus plus 2z. ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్ కరెక్టేనా? ఫస్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి. From the second equation, y is equal to 1/20 of minus 18 minus 3x plus z. Okay na? Right. Third equation nunchi z is equal to, third equation nunchi z is equal to 1/20 of 25 minus 2x minus 3y. సో ఈ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఇనిషియల్ అప్రాక్సిమేషన్ ఏం తీసుకోవాలి? స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ ఇవ్వలేదు మన క్వశ్చన్లో వాడు ఏమన్నా అప్రాక్సిమేషన్ వాల్యూస్ ఇస్తే దాన్ని చూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. అలా ఇవ్వనప్పుడు ఏం చేసుకోవాలి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇనిషియల్ అప్రాక్సిమేషన్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు చూజ్ ఇనిషియలీ? ఎనీవన్?
equal 0, y equal 0.
X equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0. That we have to choose initially. Now, choose initial approximation. Choose initial approximation x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0. X equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0. Now, first iteration. First iteration. X equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0 రాస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? X is equal to 1 by 20 of 17 minus 0 plus 0. That is 17 by 20. Calculate the value చేయండి. రెండవ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి y is equal to substitute in 1. వినిపిస్తుందమ్మా? రెండో ఈక్వేషన్ ఎంత వస్తుందన్నా? 1 by 20 into minus 18 minus 0 plus 0. That is equal to minus 18 by 20. You can find out this value. From the third equation, z is equal to 1 by 20, 25 minus 0 plus 0. That is equal to 25 by 20. Now tell me the values of 17 by 20, minus 18 by 20, 25 by 20.
X is equal to 0.85.
X is equal to 0.85. Good. Second one, minus
0.9.
0.9. Then third one,
Z is equal to 1.25.
and again substitute in 1. Substitute x, y, z values in 1. We get second approximation. For second iteration, x is equal to 1 by 20. 1 by 20, 17 plus minus plus 0.5 plus 2 into z value 1.25. ఇది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయండి. And y is equal to 1 by 20 minus 18 minus 3 into x value 0.85 plus z value 1.25, and z is equal to 1 by 20 of 25 minus 2 into 0.85 plus 3 into minus 0.9.
Zero point 125.
0.125 ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఎంత వస్తుంది? 17 ప్లస్ 0.9 అన్నది 0.9 ప్లస్ 2.5 టోటల్ గా 20.4/20 వస్తుంది. క్యాల్కులేట్ జాగ్రత్తగా చేయాలి. క్యాల్కులేటర్ తీసుకోండి. క్లాసులో 60-70 మంది 80 మంది ఉన్నారు. క్యాల్కులేటర్ లేకోకుండా వై ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ది సింప్లీ టైం వేస్ట్. ఏం ఇద్దరు ముగ్గురే నా క్యాల్కులేటర్ ఉండేది, మిగతా వాళ్ళంతా ఏం చేయట్లేదా? చాలా తప్పు నాన్న అది. ఇది సో రాంగ్.
X is equal to 1.02.
02.
Y is equal to minus 0.965. 965.
0.965 వచ్చిందా? 914
965.
ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయి.
Z is equal to 1.3525.
జెడ్ ఇది వచ్చేసి x
Y value minus 965.
నిదానంగా చేయండి, తొందర లేదు. నేను చేయనా?
minus 1.75 sir.
minus 1 point ఎంత నాన్న?
75.
నేను చేస్తాను. -18 minus
1.3
of 0.85 plus
1.03
is equal to minus 19.3 divided by 20 is equal to minus 9. $965. Okay, then next
1.03.
1.03. Now again substitute these values in equation 1. Substitute x, y, z values in equation 1. We get third approximation, that is third iteration. Now the third iteration, x3 is equal to 1/20 of 17 plus 0.965 plus 2 of 1.03. y3 is equal to 1/20 of -18 minus 3 of 1.03. 0.02 plus 1.03 is equal to Z3 is equal to 1 by 20 of 25 minus 2 into 1.02 minus or plus ఎట్లైనా రాయండి 0.965. Right? We have to calculate these values and proceed in the similar way. Finally, we get 1 minus 1, 1 or 0.9999, 0.9999, 0.999 అలా వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. I think so it may get our 7th iteration or 6th iteration like that. Okay, now we have to stop here today and continue the same problem in the next class. Thank you. Don't leave the class. Please wait here.